Hi there everyone, it's only me again. Looking very much like Dracula's daughter still. No change there then. I don't think any amount of money would change this face, I can tell you. But then again, why bother? If it's going to scare the kids, at least it's of some use, isn't it? So, hope you're all okay. Hope you're all enjoying the cooler weather, even though it says it's 20 degrees. But still cooler, there's clouds in the sky. So I like it like this when it's a bit cooler. Even the cat's enjoying himself. He's out there lying flat out, bless him. I haven't cleaned the patio for a couple of days, so it's a bit manky, but that's because the heat and everything has been too hot for me to be out here. Right, today's talk is, are we sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. That's how I feel like. It's like I'm telling you stories. I'm a teacher. Oh, go away! Look, whoever that is, I just don't like you. Whoever you are, go away! Bloody texting me on my phone while I'm videoing. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? But hey ho. Right, one of the things I would like to talk about again, just to touch upon again, is attitude. Our attitude. Our attitude towards other people, our attitude towards ourselves, because it can be misplaced sometimes. It's like, especially in the age of everything on social media, we seem to jump onto the negativity straight away. If somebody's sending you a message and you read it wrongly, it's like, you think, oh my God, why are they picking on me and everything? But 9 times out of 10, they're not even picking on you. It's just the way it's read. It's because you're not face to face with them. You don't see their facial features. You don't hear the inflection of in their voice and everything. When you know, so that if they're talking to you, but instead they're just typing out, and you don't see any of that to understand what they mean. So it can seem that they're being rude. It can seem that they're being very very uppity or downright ignorant sometimes. And we all fall into that category. I myself have bitten and as it were, and said, oh my God, why are you having a go at me? And they weren't having a go at me. They were just stating a fact. But you know, so that if they'd said it in front of me, I would have been okay about it, because bloody dog hairs everywhere. Honestly, I only brushed them the other day. It's awful. But you know, so oh, go away, you bloody phone. Yeah, as I was saying, it's to do with the inflection, you know, the vocal inflections and whatever, and the tones, and you know, so and everything, so the lilt and whatever, you know, so and the facial features as well, you know, so and we don't see any of that when people are just typing online or whatever. So our attitudes there should change a little bit, and just give every message benefit of the doubt, and you know, so that you just turn around and say, oh look, I'm sorry, but I you know, it did come across as being a little bit rude, but blah blah blah, whatever like that. And if they are being rude, then they will come back and tell you that they're being rude, and then you can have a go at them, and then you can bite, and then you can just scream down the houses and whatever, or just ignore them like I do, just ignore them. So there's that, and our attitude towards ourselves when we're out as well. It's like we all seem to think that, well, some of us seem to think that we are invisible. Sometimes I wish I was invisible, so that people wouldn't see me or wouldn't look at me, wouldn't stare or whatever. It's only sometimes, it's getting rare, you know, it's getting less and less now than it used to be. But and it is awful, it really is horrible. But you know, that is their attitude towards you. It's towards me. It's their rudeness towards me. And sometimes I will say something about it if I'm feeling a bit more assertive, for want of a better word, or more aggressive. I think that's another thing can be said. But yeah, and the attitude towards oneself as well. It's like the attitude towards me. My attitude towards myself is that I'm no good, that You know, so I'll be alone for the rest of my life. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants to know me. Blah blah blah, and all that. Because we are our worst enemies. We are our worst critics. And what with mental health as well, that makes it even worse. You know, so if you're having a couple of minutes of doubting yourself, thinking, oh, am I good enough for doing this? With mental health issue, with the type of mental health I've got, it's no, you are not good enough. You are going to fail. It's not, oh, you might fail or might not fail. It's you are going to fail, and I have to fight myself for it. Even going out the door, sometimes I have to fight myself. You know, so I went shopping earlier and I didn't feel like it. It's because I didn't go yesterday, so I had to go today because I needed some stuff. But you know, I thought, oh God, it's not a good day again today. But hey, it's just one of those things. Meds are taken. I'm okay. I'm happy. Tony is always all right, and always smiling, always happy. That's Tony for you. That's what a lot of people seem to think. But I let them think that, and I'm glad. I'm glad that they think that of me. That I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of gal, and so nothing phases me and whatever. But things do. Things do faze me, and things even more than say somebody that doesn't have mental health issues. It's just, and I didn't realise how bad it was until years ago. I had to fight for my little bit of benefit that I'm still on, and I'm still fighting for it. And I had to go to this tribunal thing, and there was a judge there, and there was a doctor as well. My ex-husband was with me, and I was really upset and everything, and I was crying. And because of the medication I'm on, I sigh a lot with them, like that with them. And the doctor thought, and the judge thought that I was getting more and more upset and whatever. And they asked my ex-husband, what's it like living with me? And he turned around and said, oh. Every time I come home from work, I don't know if she's going to be alive or dead. And I didn't realise how bad my mental health was, because you just don't notice it yourself. Other people do notice it, especially if they're around you all the time, 24/7, as it were. But you don't notice how bad it is yourself. Now I have come to notice it. Certain things that do trigger me, and and I do try to avoid those at all costs. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but we go through it. But anyway, sorry about this. We're going Debbie Downer again today. But going back to our attitude to ourselves, we are worth every second. We are worth. We are worth it. We are worth the new dress. We are worth the new hairstyle. We are worth the new bit of makeup. We are worth, and I think what we should do is that, let's say at least maybe once a month. I'd say once a week, but that might be, so that might be too much. With me, it's once a month. I treat myself to, even if just a couple of quid, £2 a bit of makeup or something like that, or even £1.50 on a dress in a local charity shop, just to treat myself, because I deserve to be treated. I deserve little treats because I'm me. That's because I'm me, and I deserve every treat I get. No, but you know what I mean. It's nice to treat yourself. It's lovely somebody else treating you, but why don't we treat ourselves? It's like we are forever running around looking after other people and treating other people for cups of coffee, cups of tea, and whatever. And there's one in particular that I owe so many cups of tea and coffee and cakes to that she just won't. She just won't have it, and I haven't seen her for weeks anyway, bless her. But so it's we do deserve a treat now and again. I'm forever treating the dogs and the cat. I'm forever if I have the money and I've got people around me, I'll treat them, and I enjoy doing that. I like doing that. But why don't we treat ourselves? So it could be a new haircut, it could be a new lippy, a new mascara, false eyelashes, which I tend to get online once a month. I get them from China, so they're not about £2 for a pack of 10 pairs. So it's not much, is it? And then in Poundland, if I see a bit of makeup there, that's £1, of course. I'll nab it. I'll grab it. Pay for it, of course. But yeah. So our attitude towards ourselves should change, because what we feel inside ourselves is portrayed to people outside around us. It's like that's why most of the time I walk around now with a little smile on my face. Well, I always wear my sunglasses when I go out anyway, so people can't really see my eyes. Which is, it's like a mask, I suppose, yeah, or mask, whatever you call it. Yes. So like when I was much younger, wearing makeup all the time, that was a mask as well, just to hide the true me or whatever, hide the real me. And we all have a little crutch to help us through the day. Oh, pardon me, I've just had some chorizo and some cream cheese. It was gorgeous. See, this diet I'm on is marvellous. I've lost 1/2 an inch around my waist over the last week. Is it a week? Just over a week, yes, so I'm quite happy with that. The weight is still the same though, but I keep telling people, don't use the scales, use a tape measure around your waist and see, because a pound of muscle weighs heavier than a pound of fat as well. In mass, a pound of fat is much bigger in mass than a pound of muscle. So, so if you've lost a pound of muscle, they won't show much. But if you've lost a pound of fat, it will show a lot because the inches go down. So, and I'm glad about that. So I've just got a little mini spider. Look, little speeder. Look, how lovely, how lovely. Go on there now, there we go, that's it all done. As you can see, I haven't done my nails, so I'm going to do them tonight or tomorrow. I might do a video of them being done, so, but I won't bore you with a whole lot in one go. I'll cut it up into 3 or 4 different videos, so you can watch at your leisure, and if you want a copy, by all means do. But going back to our attitudes, and if you walk down the road with a smile on your face, most probably 9 times out of 10 people would smile back at you or just leave you alone. If you walk down the road with your head down, you will get some people saying something, because there are bullies out there, and so they are awful people, and bullies are themselves being bullied, I suppose, in some other way, but that is no excuse for them to bully other people. And 9 times out of 10, the reason why they are bullying other people is because they are not happy with who they are and not happy within themselves, and they have to take it out on someone. Instead of changing their lives, they just take it out on other people, and they're never happy, and they never will be happy unless they do the changes. And as we know, they don't want to. They'll say, oh, I can't, and there's always an excuse. If you're not happy in a situation, change it. That's what I say. And I was unhappy for decades in my situation, and I changed it. And here I am now talking to you, 3 or 4 out there in YouTube land. And yes, sat on my little patio in the breeze, which is gorgeous after all the really hot sunshine, just lovely hot sunshine. I've got to take Zena to the park later. I'm going a bit red in my arms, which I told somebody the other day, who just saying about, oh no, everybody around me was all tanned, and oh no, I don't want to be tanned, I don't like being tanned, which I don't. I like being pale, and because being pale suits me, being tanned ages you. I personally think, well, a lot of people, I think, it ages them anyway. Can age them if especially if you go abroad a lot and you sit in the sun a lot, so that so it does age the skin. So and I said, oh no, and I come out with the fact, but my nan, my grandmother, said that people that are all tanned were working class, and I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was that that's how she was brought up. It was like, and of course we're talking about in the 60s as well then, so so no one had tans in the 60s and everything, because no one went abroad in the 60s, and so it's only been since the 80s really that a lot of people have been going abroad and loads of tanning and stuff. So of course it was only the the farmers and the labourers and people like that, they used to have tans, and anybody else who had a tan, people would still look, because it all goes back to Victorian times and everything, you know, and so and Edwardian times. It's like they used to have fire screens, so people, you know, if people sat near the fire, they wouldn't get brown from the fire, because it does happen. Because my grandmother had it on her legs. It was like a big thing on her leg, one of her legs, and it was like. She said, "Oh, that's from the fire, because sitting in front of the fire at night time and everything, you know, burning the legs and whatever." But I don't know if it was or not. Perhaps it was what she said. But she said that the other day about working class people, and then they go, "Oh," and I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "But that's what I was told when I was a kid." And you know, it's like now, it's like everybody has a tan now, and you know, so it does look healthy. Of course it does. Of course it looks healthy, because and people like me who are pale look unhealthy. Do you know? It looks like I'm losing a bit of that, which is lovely. Oh gosh, good. That's going. Yay. Or was it? No. If we just sit like that, look okay, isn't it? Yeah, we just look up like that. Yeah, but it does look better. It does look a little bit better. So look there. See, I'm losing weight. Get the. I'm ready for my close-up. But yeah, so I'm wittering on here. It's like a little diary thing, isn't it? It's like all my thoughts and my brain functionality thingy, what's it on video, I think, more than anything else. But yeah, so I'm a pale. I've gone a bit red here. So, but anyway, your attitude towards yourself is what counts. It doesn't matter what other people think of you. It doesn't matter what other people say about you, because 9 times out of 10, what they're saying about you is what they feel about themselves, and they're just transferring it onto you, and that's how it is, and that's how people are. We all have done it. It's like, you know, so when we're feeling really low, we're trying to drag other people down with us, and have arguments with them, and, you know, drag them down low, the same low as we are, and that's what we do. But attitude towards ourselves, like we are our own worst critics, and always will be. So don't be too bad on yourself. Don't be too critical of yourself, because there's plenty of people out there that are going to criticize you anyway, and be critical of everything you do. So do you enjoy yourself and be good, and treat yourself now and again. You're going back to the 5 things that make you feel good, you know, or feel more human, feel more feminine or masculine or whatever like that, you know. So just do it, you know, instead of what's stopping you. You're only here a certain amount of time anyway, so why not enjoy it while you can? So with that, I'm going to go back in, have some dessert, because I've had my lunch. Going to have some dessert now. I think I might have some raspberries and cream. I think frozen raspberries and double cream. How lovely. I think that's what I'll have. Yes. And Swing the cat is there, bless him. Yes, that's the name of the cat. Swing the cat. Isn't it swing? Swing. Hello, Papa. Yes, he's looking at Mummy. He's 16 years old, bless him, and he's as fat as ever. And no, leave him be, please, Simba. He's going to hang off your face. All right then. Right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. And well, I don't know who has subscribed. I don't know who's been watching. But thank you anyway. So your names don't come up that you've watched. No names come up that you subscribed. So so it doesn't matter. It's all private anyway. So there's people out there that'd like to subscribe, and but too worried in case other people might realise it's them or whatever. Don't worry, because it's all private. It's not coming up. So and everything is, if you do get in touch with me, and it will be private. If there's any questions, you know, so, and you want me to do a video about it, I will. I won't use your name. I'll just say, oh, you know, people have been in touch and said this to me, said that. Pardon me. and that's how it will be. So, and unless you want to be named, so but everything will be in the strictest of confidence. I'm very good at keeping secrets. So the biggest secret I kept for 48 years was me being a trans woman, but there you go. And now, ta-da! But anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for sharing, thanks for subscribing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I sound like the bloody Pope here, don't I? So, right, the first trans female Pope. There you go. Yes. See, I've even got the wave all done, see, look. See, even got the wave, see, yes. I haven't got the ring though, but there you go. That's another story. Okay, bye.